I just want it to be known that we live in a world where Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 is a better movie than Madam Web. Let that sink in.
And now for our feature presentation.
Not wanting to live in the shadows any longer, Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, Owl, and Tigger take their fight to Christopher Robin's hometown, leaving a bloody trail of death and mayhem in their wake. So in my review of the original, I gave it a really low score, and it ended up being my least favorite film of 2023. So going into this film, I expected the absolute worst, and now there's a Mickey Mouse horror movie coming. Jesus Christ. Why do I put myself through these movies? But on Rotten Tomatoes, this movie debuted with a 100%. Keep in mind, not a lot of people had reviewed it, but hey, it's a perfect score. So you know what? I gotta agree that this movie is a 100% improvement of the original. It's just still a terrible film. A sequel is supposed to improve on the original film, and this movie definitely does this, simply because it actually feels like a movie. The first one I remember to be cheaply made. There wasn't even a story, but there were certainly kills, cheap kills that weren't fun or wacky, just bland and monotonous. A lot of people saw the first movie, so now there's a lot of money to throw around in the second installment. So much money that there's going to be a Peter Pan, Bambi, and Pinocchio horror movie. And I can assure you, I'm so excited to watch every minute of them all. This time we finally get to venture outside of the 100-acre woods, so there's more set pieces. The cinematography actually has some neat aspects. There's one scene with Christopher in therapy that's shot extremely well and gives off a very haunting vibe by the camera work. The masks of the characters are vastly improved and actually look creepy and scary. They look more natural and less, whatever this was. They generally come across as eerie, except moments when they use CGI and it looks awful. Like whenever Owl flies and when Tigger is just standing there because for some reason they use CGI for his tail. Some of the kills are lame, but there's plenty that just goes off the rails and makes the film a blast. Pooh gets a bear trap and it snaps the girl's head off, and while in midair, he hits it with a baseball bat and blood just explodes everywhere. That shit is so stupid, but it was cool. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Sadly, most of the cool, fun kills happen in the final 20 minutes, and this is when the movie deserves its 100%. It's just bloody carnage that's silly fun, but this is a movie series that just needs to be stupid with its concept to succeed. But again, just like the first, they take everything way too seriously. Everything else is just such a bore when it's outside of the kills. I will give the movie this, it actually has a plot and story this time. An absolute boring one, but hey, I mean, it's still something over the original. It's a mystery story, but it's executed poorly. We learn that Pooh and friends are actually kids or something that are mutants, and the reason I say or something is because I wasn't really paying attention, but can you blame me? If I had a nickel for every time there's a movie where the main character's brother got kidnapped and there's a bear killer on the loose, I would have 2 nickels.
Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right?
Look, I know this is a short review, but what do you want me to say? It's Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. I mean, what is there to say? This is a sequel that improves on so much, but as a movie, it's still absolutely awful. At least the best Winnie the Pooh character is in the universe now to call girl bitches and slice them with his claws. So, I mean, that's something.
You better watch where you go, bitch.
So, it looks like we just have Pinocchio, Blood and Honey 3, Bambi, and Peter Pan. Surely they're just gonna stop there, right?
Oh, bother.